Hello. Welcome back to the Let's Debrief podcast.
Hello, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jenna.
Thanks for being here. I thought today, also I'm in a really great podcasting mood this morning. On the way here, I was like, what should I talk about? What should I say? But I thought about on the way here, we never say Happy Wednesday. But also.
Because it never is actually Wednesday
yes,
for recording.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever recorded on a day that it's released.
Yeah, definitely not.
But happy Wednesday or whenever you're listening.
Happy Wednesday. I feel like a lot of people listen Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
After it releases.
Yeah. Our views are so interesting. We get I'm surprised how many people watch
listen
in general. I mean, but listen on a Wednesday and our views are really good. And then it really is on Thursday. People are like, oh, I need to go listen. And so I'm like, thanks.
I feel like that's kind of how I am with my podcasts. I'll listen sometimes whenever I realize it's that day. I'm like, oh my God, yay. But I usually try to save them. Yesterday I had a long drive and so I saved them and I had them all and it was great.
You're right. I need to start saving mine for, I mean, we're flying to California and by the time this comes out in a week. And so I need to start saving my podcast because it's the best, especially which it's not a nonstop flight, but it's a 5.5 hour journey to get to California. So I'm I got 5 episodes, around an hour each. Takes up the whole time.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
I used to listen to audiobooks on planes and it was, oh my God, this one time me and Tanner had to drive to Albany, New York for a wedding. And I was listening to this audiobook. It was literally 56-hour long audiobook. It was really long. Me and my friend were obsessed with it. It's from this Robert Galbraith series. Okay. It's
we never talk about books, but also we never read books.
I really used to until I had Monty, and now I'm I don't understand how other moms are reading.
I know. I want to get back into it. The first nice day that we had in Pittsburgh, I sat outside with a book. I was like, oh my gosh,
just
this
holding
is so
it just
nice
for the vibe.
Yes, and now I will probably take that book on our plane and hopefully get more. Anyways, audiobook.
Oh, I listened to, it was a 56-hour audiobook. I'm not kidding. I drove the 9 hours to Albany and Tanner was like, do you want me to drive? I was like, no. I had the AirPod in and I was just going as fast as I could. And I literally felt like the drive was 2 hours because I was so locked in on the book.
That's so
It was
nice.
It's a murder action.
Ooh, that's
vibe.
even better. Yeah.
And the whole time I'm just what?
Have you ever read any Colleen Hoover before?
Yeah, I think I read one.
Okay.
They're very sexy.
They are. And I was trying to get
and that's what I like.
And that's why I've read all 10 of them. I don't know. I've only read the one, but I'm on the second one. The one that's viral or was for a while on TikTok. It Ends With Us.
I see that all the time. And Verity.
Yeah.
Is also a good one.
There was one of them. I think it might have been Verity. Heather said parents should not read it. She said it was very graphic and intense. But yeah, so It Ends With Us. I read that and I was like, wow, this is so good. It was really good.
Is it murdery vibes? What's the vibe?
This one, it's about, it follows this girl through finding love and heartbreak and stuff like that. So that one was cute and empowering too. And she just goes on this whole journey. But I also read another one. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. I can post a photo of it. But that one was murder mystery. It was. I feel like you would actually really like it.
Okay.
It was about a girl and then she was gone. That's what it was called.
Oh, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
I've seen all of them.
It's
people love them.
I'm susceptible to book TikTok. If people tell me that it's going to be good, I'm like, okay, yeah.
But if no one tells me it's going to be good, I'm like, eh. Yeah. I don't I can't let myself get into it because I'm like, but what if there's no point in reading it? Because I've read a few books where I've gotten to almost the end and I'm like, that was a waste of time. But I will say while we're talking about books, Kristen Hanna is the greatest author of all time. She is my favorite author ever. My favorite book ever, The Great Alone by her, is my lifeline.
Was that the Alaska one?
Yes. Oh my God. It's so good. I tell everyone to read it. So if you are in the market for a good book, please read that book. The reason I thought of that is because she also writes a lot of parent stories. I've read a lot of her books, but there was this one that was truly heartbreaking and I was not pregnant yet. So thank God.
Yeah.
Because that'll get you.
That'll really get you. Well, yeah, I need to get back in books maybe this summer. I also, just like a toxic trait of mine, is taking books on vacation, thinking that I'll read them. Never do. I took books on our honeymoon.
Ew.
Why did I? Well, to be fair, we had a 9-hour flight there and an 11-hour flight back, so I was very hopeful I would do some reading. Never cracked those open ones.
I always read books like whenever I've been on like a family vacation, because there's just not as much like
to do.
Yeah, like especially with my family, like they usually just get a house and like you just chill.
Yeah.
Whereas like with Tanner and I, like we're always like going, like getting food somewhere, getting coffee, doing stuff. So there's not as much time to read. But like when I'm with my parents, I usually do read. But yeah, mistake bringing you on your honeymoon.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
Do you have any life updates for us?
We started giving Monty solids.
I was going to say that's a very important life update. You'll have to post some photos of her in her seat.
Yes. So she's been loving it. She's been having trouble. I think I said last episode was sleeping. So we're trying to get more calories in her. And so she's been eating some solids, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. But she's loving them. She loves.
I was going to say, have you given her, I mean, no, you haven't given her a ton, but like, have you given her something that she's like hated?
No.
Yeah.
It was so funny. We were with Cole and Ashley when was that?
That was on Monday.
Oh, okay. So earlier this week. And we went out to eat, and Cole was like, can I give her this pickle? And we're like, yeah. And she was just sucking on this pickle.
She was going crazy. She was
in love with the pickle. And then when you take it away, she's like,
So interesting. Farrah, like Joe and Shayla's daughter, it was like when she was a little bit older than Monty, was obsessed with lemons. Like we were like, oh, let's give it to her and like it'll be so funny. And she was obsessed. Yeah, and we were like, oh.
I truly think constantly like, what would it be like to truly be experiencing? I mean, we all did it at one point, but you don't remember it. To be experiencing a taste or a sensation for the first time ever. Like, imagine you've never had a lemon before. Yeah. And then you taste it. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. But so that's been going on, and it's been warm here, which is so nice.
It's been so nice. I posted this on Instagram, but I never realized that like how much of a struggle it was to have nice days in Pennsylvania. Because like I grew up in California, so like a lot of days were really nice. But I was like, every day that it's nice, I feel so much pressure that I have to be outside 24/7.
I did see that, and I feel the same exact way.
Yeah, it feels like you're wasting the day if you're not outside 24/7. So like, even if I get hot and like I want to come inside to like cool off, I'm like, gotta go back outside.
Well, I can't. Yeah, I definitely feel that, and that's why I'm thankful that I don't have a 9 to 5, because I remember when I did. Like, and it would be like, you know, these first few days of like really warm weather, and I would just be inside just looking out. And everybody, like all of our friends too, are always like, all right, like it's nice, like let's go do this and this. And a lot of us have like flexible jobs, but yeah, if I was stuck at a desk, I'd be like, sorry. And that was happening to me. Like all my friends were in college when I was working, and they would all just be out doing stuff, playing outside, like sitting on blankets, and I was just like I can come in 5 hours. Literally. And the worst. I worked 9 to 6. So basically by 6 it was like night. So you're like, oh, you can have back the hour lunch. I want to get out of here at 5. Yeah. What about you? Anything new? I'm trying to think. Anything juicy? Do I have something juicy to say that you know about? Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. And I feel like it's been short since we last recorded, which we unloaded like Easter and everything. I'm trying to think. I have been thinking on the way here, I was like, I should talk about things that I've been loving recently. And I was like, I should have made a list. But some of them you already know. Okay. Like I obviously love poppies. And you love poppies. On a hot summer day, they're going to be everything that you wanted. I've seen that I've influenced a few of you. So more of you just get on the bandwagon. Okay. I actually saw I just thought of this. We talked about her before, Kristen Johns. She posted that her husband is obsessed with the banana cream Olipop flavor. I have not even seen that. I know, I haven't either, but why does it terrify me? To be fair, I don't really like sounds good to me. Banana flavored things. Like artificially like banana flavored things. Do you like cream soda? Kind of. Tanner has been loving cream soda weirdly. That's been his thing lately. I don't like root beer. I feel like those two are the same in my mind. Oh, no, they're not. Cream soda is like, it literally tastes like vanilla.
Just like a vanilla soda?
Yeah.
Like a Coke? Like a vanilla Coke? No?
No.
Interesting.
You'll
I need to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I'm like, Poppy's rolling out, or Olipop is rolling out these like random flavors.
You should look at the Ligonier Giant Eagle. They have so many Olipops.
Really? Cole's been loving the tropical punch. I feel like I've said that before. And
it's so funny that you guys are loving these random things because we are like over here just like slamming sweet tea all day every day. Like we are genuinely
I need to get back in my
sweet tea.
I need to get back in my tea grind and like
So
just
good.
making it and having a picture of it. I've been slow on my juice grind recently, so I need to go get more juice.
I have been too, and my mother-in-law has been saying that she wants to try juices, and I'm like, send me juices that you want so I can make them for you because then I want to make them
it's
too.
the best making them for other people. That's why we like had our juicer, and the minute I made the juice for myself, I was like, I need to do this for other people. So like I posted on Instagram, if you want a juice, let me know.
It's like a perfect little like gift.
It is. Yeah, when our it's so funny, this will be the second time I shouted her out, but Maggie's birthday was a couple months ago, and I was making her like a little basket of like just random things, and then I had a little juice thing in the fridge, and I was like, perfect. And I just threw it in there.
I love that. Okay, wait. This is actually something that I have been thinking about lately.
Okay.
I actually tweeted this.
I don't have Twitter.
Do
should get on
you
Twitter.
think, okay, this is what I think. I would so much rather get like a little basket of like small goodies as a gift than like two bigger things. Okay, I'm thinking about if it was like
from a friend, like not from Tanner.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, like the last holiday that we had, Tanner gave me the ice machine. So I would rather have one big thing that I really want.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like somebody who's like kind of guessing. So like say you are getting me something you don't know, you know, exactly what I'm vibing with.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe she would want like some like a shirt. I don't know. Like I don't know what she's been wanting lately.
Yeah.
I would so much rather get like a bunch of little special treats than like a big thing.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. That's
like
why
a gift basket.
When I was shopping for Maggie, I was like, this is so cute. Like, okay, here's what you need to do for your friends. I went to Target. In the dollar section, they had like these little baskets, and I filled it. Like, also just try the dollar section first, because there was like little tea towels that were just like neutral and like super cute. I was like, I'll just throw those in there. That, and then some it's like Way. It's like what the hair stuff. They have little travel size stuff, and like their stuff, their full size stuff is like expensive, but their travel stuff is like cute and like more inexpensive. So I just threw in a bunch of little things like that, a chapstick,
I would love
SPF.
That. That's my ideal gift.
All right, well now I know.
Yeah,
it was
and
so
also
cute.
Little like food things too. Like I would want like a little drink in there. I'm like, so I know you're thinking about getting me something.
My birthday's not for another 7 months, but
add a drink in, add a little treat.
It's so yes. Okay, that's the blueprint.
Yes.
All about to say, I don't know if any. Yeah. So I love making juice.
Okay, so you've been loving Poppy.
Loving Poppy always. But it's okay. Also, something that's new in our lives is I have been telling Cole, I'm like, you need to find like a thing. Like he works like so much, and I'm just like, I don't know if you have like a stress like decompression like task at all.
Yeah.
And like he loves to paint, and like, but he just like sometimes doesn't find time for it. And so like I go to Pure Barre. I love working out. It is like, it helps relieve stress for me. But I'm like, you need a thing.
Yeah.
And this week he discovered, well, I guess it was technically last week, he discovered that climbing is his thing.
Oh, he likes it.
He loves it.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
I was shocked. We went with our friend.
I'm also shocked.
I know. He has done it before with like one of his high school friends, and then like just we haven't done it for a long time. And then our friend Joe has a membership at Ascend in Point Breeze. And he was like, oh, and I have class pass now, so I can go to Ascend.
Oh,
like,
that's nice.
So I was like, oh, this is great. So we just went for the day with him, and Cole was like, I think like I really like this. Like I think I want to get a membership. And I was like, no way. So Cole is the newest Ascend member. Also, I feel like this is really.
Can you say, is he good?
Okay. Also, let's say that it's super annoying going climbing with him and Joe because I am 4. I am 4 feet tall.
You just revealed that on the podcast.
Like,
Everyone's like,
no,
I thought you were.
No. They're like, I only ever see you sit down, but I am 5'4".
I'm also 5'4".
And Joe, I don't know how tall exactly Joe is, but Joe and Cole are both like at least 6 foot.
Yeah.
And so
they're longy.
They get like 2 feet off the wall and they're halfway up.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like yesterday, Cole and I went, just the two of us, and he was like trying to like help me with this one like route. And he's like, you just have to swing your arm up. And I was like,
it's not long enough.
Your wingspan is so much bigger than mine. Like, I can't just swing my arm up. I'm going to fall. And he was like, no, just like hook it around. And I'm like, screw you. This is so annoying.
It's also so annoying just because guys are just already so much stronger than us. And you're just like, okay.
I was definitely, to answer your question if he's good, I was definitely very impressed. Like, he like doesn't like work out at all, and this was like his first like activity in like a while.
His first time ever doing a physical activity,
ever exerting any kind of energy. He's gonna love this. But yeah, like, so you know, like the rating, it's like VB is like for beginners, V0, V1, and then at Ascend they don't really have like this is a V2. It goes like V2 to V4.
Like
and so he was accomplishing some like V2 to V4, so I was like impressed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I pretty much stop at V1.
Yeah, that's where
sometimes I've done a V2.
And the climbing wall was like different though.
The climbing wall was the best. I miss it so much.
I know. They like you should come to like Ascend sometimes. It's cool. It's just so big.
And I feel like it's like almost, it's not super for beginners. It's like for more people who are like really into it, which like in our prime of climbing during COVID, which, okay, our friend group just like was obsessed with climbing during COVID. We all got memberships to this place.
Literally right before it closed for COVID.
Yeah. But then after too, remember we had to wear the masks, but we would always go. But it was more of like a hang vibe.
Yeah, it was like, that's why.
No pun intended. Like we would just like chill on the mats, like all hang out.
Yeah,
like bring
someone would take like a route at a time, and we'd like help them. But
just
like,
watch. That was my favorite.
That was a really good time. This, like, I will go to like chill and like sit on the mat, like kind of like how we would. And Cole's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just sitting." And he's like,
"This is
okay. Well, you don't want to do? Are you ready to go?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just hanging." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Him the whole time scurrying,
spider monkeying up the wall. Okay, what I was also gonna say is I feel like this is so gatekept, but Joe told us this, that if you have you have Christian insurance, but if you have UPMC as your health insurance.
I have UPMC.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe, I don't know if you'd be interested in this. Okay. If you have UPMC, they have a program called Active and Fit.
Yes, I know about it.
Okay. Cole showed, so the membership at Ascend, part of me feels like I'm going to get in trouble for this, but there's no way.
UPMC is like, Ashley, please stop.
Well, UPMC probably wouldn't care, but like the people connect, like the memberships like allowed through it would probably care, because Ascend is like, their membership is like $70 a month, but through UPMC's Active and Fit, it's like $35.
Well, UPMC is paying Ascend, so Ascend wouldn't care. But yes, so we can get Y passes like to the YMCA for it with UPMC, which is crazy.
I was like, he showed me, because like Joe was like, oh yeah, it's like a premium gym, so like, and I was just like, okay, like how many things are like actually on here? And Cole showed me the list when he was signing up. He was like, oh, and like, because I don't have UPMC, but he was like, my spouse can get it. And so like there's club Pilates and Pure Bar, crazy. All of this stuff. And I was like, you know, these memberships are $160 a month.
Yeah.
How can you get it for like $35? Like, this is crazy.
There's a lot of stuff that you don't realize is covered by insurance. And I am determined to use my good insurance this year, because I got better insurance because I was pregnant, and then the first year after I had her, I still have this good insurance.
Okay. Does it expire?
It does for after 1 year. Okay. And I'll either have to pay more for it or something. I don't know. But so I have been looking into getting Invisalign.
That's covered by insurance.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Not that brand, but some type of brand is. And truly just this one tooth has moved the slightest amount to where it casts a little shadow on this tooth. And it just looks off in some photos. And I'm like, it would literally take like maybe 2 months of Invisalign. Yeah. Which also, it's not that expensive in general, so I'll probably get it either way. But there's a lot of stuff. I'm like, I'm not putting this off anymore. I'm getting it through my insurance, which I need to find a therapist too that is covered through my insurance.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know what I really want to talk about, but
you're like, but I'm gonna use it.
I'm like, it's free.
I'm so sad. I'm like still under my parents' insurance, and so I was under my mom's for a little bit, and then we switched over to my dad's and my mom's insurance to go to the chiropractor. It was $10 every visit, and with my dad's, it's you have to pay the full price of the visit until you reach your deductible, and then it's free after that. Oh, don't worry. The visits are $50 and it's a $3,500 deductible. I'm never going to reach that.
Well, is it a deductible for the full family?
Oh, I don't know.
Because Tanner's dad had a surgery in January of last year, and then he could free everything the rest of the year.
I don't know. I need my family to. I never like.
You're like, somebody get
somebody get something going. I'm looking to my sister for this one because she always is like getting hurt or like going to the hospital for something.
I am so sad. I went to like our pregnancy / baby child chiropractor for my whole pregnancy. They don't take insurance at all, so we just pay out of pocket.
That sucks.
But now I am gonna have to switch to someone that's covered just because it is $50 a visit, and also
for every person.
For me, Monty's 35, so I'll still take her there, but I'm gonna switch myself, which I'm sad. But I'm like,
sorry,
I need my crackies.
I need my crackies. How often do you guys go?
I try to take her once a month.
Okay.
And then usually I'll go with her, or if I'm feeling fine, then I'll skip. But now that I'm going to have someone that's covered, I'll go more than that.
I know. Once I went and gave the insurance over the phone, and they were like, okay, it's going to be $10. And I was like, oh, sweet. That's great. And then Cole went, and his, I think, was like 25. And so I was like, oh, this isn't bad at all. And then, now that mine is 50, and he's like, your hips are all out of alignment, and you should be coming once a week. And I'm like, I'm going to be coming twice a week now. I cannot justify spending $200 at the chiropractor a month.
I know. It's so crazy. So the guy that you were going to, I used to go to.
Which is so random. You know, the reason that I went to him was just because he had online booking.
Really?
Yeah, that was the only reason.
Isn't he the nicest person ever?
He's so sweet, yeah.
So he is the one who gave me, I don't know if you remember this era in my life. I used to have really bad neck pain. Like, I could not sleep. It was so bad. I don't know what really got me out of it, but I'm fine now. But he's the one who gave me the water pillow. Do you remember it?
Oh, wait, okay. What house were you living in? Was it Forest Hills?
Swissville.
Oh, Swissville. Dang, you've been going to him that long? Well, I know you switched now, but
yeah.
Interesting. I do remember that.
Love him. But he sold me a water pillow that he had like in the office.
Did it help?
They sold them. No, nothing helped. I don't know. One day I was just fine.
That's so weird. Every time that like I feel like sometimes I'll wake up with neck pain, and I feel like my pillow incline is too high, and then I go to him, but then I'll feel fine like throughout the day. But then I go to him, and he like pressure points like my neck, and I'm like, oh, that hurts. Like, why? That's just like sitting underneath the surface. And he just touches it, and he's like, there it is.
You know what's freaking crazy? I've had really bad neck pain since college, like to the point where I literally once, a doctor told me that I had rheumatoid arthritis because it was so bad. I had to go to physical therapy for years. Every day in college, I would have to, not every day, once a week in college, I would have to walk to a physical therapist. They would put like this neck brace on me that would like stretch my neck out.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was really bad. And I could never find, like, it was at night that it would hurt so bad. I couldn't sleep because it would just like, I couldn't get comfy. I actually think it's coming back to me how it got healed.
Oh, God.
And I know this sounds actually psychotic, but it is the Casaluna pillow.
The big pillow?
Yes.
It's
not made for your bed. It's made for decor.
That's the pillow I sleep with too, and I have an actual pillow propped up behind it.
Yes.
And that's what's caused the too high incline, so I've had to shift it down a little bit. It is literally the softest, most beautiful pillow ever.
And it just like molds to your neck. And like, I swear to God, that has, I got that pillow when we moved to Forest Hills, and that's like when I didn't have any more neck pain.
That's
and I
so
really
funny.
think that that's it.
$40 at Target really just changed your life.
Yeah, I mean, I have 6 of them now, but
they're so worth it though.
It's so worth it.
When we went to like we went on our honeymoon, we came back and we were like, okay, we're gonna take all this money we got from the wedding and like go buy all the stuff that like we didn't get bought off of our registry. And I was like, we need 2 of these things.
You do
100%.
And
Cole doesn't
really
sleep with
cute.
like his is behind him. He uses like a regular pillow, and I'm like, you psycho.
Yeah. No. Tanner finally, like for a while, he was like, why are these aren't like bed pillows? And I was like, use it. And
use it.
He has been now, and I think he likes it.
Awesome. Well, that was we haven't even said what we were talking about.
We are talking about your relationship problems.
I don't even know what this was. You wrote in anonymously, and we are going to answer your questions and advice, which I also realized I've named, which I guess was this be part 2?
Well, okay, so before people were asking us like relationship questions, I guess
true.
Like they were saying like, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on
I should go back and change that title.
Like scenarios that people are sending us about their problems.
Okay.
So this is,
I guess it would be advice.
Yeah, you could just do part 2.
Yeah, all right.
Do relationship advice part 2. Your stories.
The real stories.
Okay, so yeah, you guys wrote in your scenarios. We're going to analyze them. We're going to judge you.
I was going to say we're going to judge. We're going to critique. And you know, you asked for this, so.
I love that's always our thing where it's like, you asked.
I know. Like, you
Meanwhile,
feel like we have a
asking.
I know. They're like, please send it to us. And then you send it and we're just like, why would you send this in if you didn't want me to give my honest opinion?
They send it and we're like, you suck. Okay, I'll read the first one.
Okay, go ahead. I'm so excited.
I, 21, am about to graduate college with a degree in the medical field this May. Congrats. That's
Yay.
awesome.
Smart girl.
My boyfriend, 25, okay, so he's 4 years older than her, works in the criminal justice system and has been living with his parents for the past 4 years to save money. Love it. We come from very different backgrounds. I've been supporting myself financially since freshman year of high school and throughout college.
Oh my goodness. Get it, girl. And you're in med school? And you've supported yourself?
College has been extremely hard for me financially and personally, so I am very excited to finally start making some real money. My boyfriend has had his family/parents taking care of him throughout those years and even now. I'm planning to take a travel contract this October to begin my career. Such good money. With that being said, I will be making a substantial amount of money, more money than I've ever had to handle in my life. My boyfriend is willing to quit his job and come with me. Recently, we've had discussions on his contribution financially when I do start traveling, whether he will get a remote job, DoorDash, etc. Those discussions usually end with him saying that he will try his best to find work, but I may need to carry all the financial weight.
How long have they been together? Did she say that?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Am I crazy for feeling some type of way about having to carry the financial burden for 2 people during these travel contracts? I know he is sacrificing a lot for me, but I can't help but feel he should be better prepared financially when he's had all this time living at home. Disclaimer, we do plan on getting married and spending the rest of our lives together. We both know we found our person.
That is like, yeah, that's definitely not a deal breaker. Like where it's like, you need to break up with him. That's ridiculous. But you are not crazy. At all.
I also feel like depending on how like traditional your gender roles, like that you like how traditional you want the gender roles to be, it could bother you and not. Because I do know like a lot of families where the woman is the breadwinner.
Just pause. Because it actually comes through so loud sometimes. That's just Buddy walking, you know. Anyways,
wait, he's going into his bed. Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's not worth me cutting. Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and like the dads like love, I guess dads like once you have kids and like men like staying home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I almost like would.
If it's bothering you, then you obviously like have a different view, and I have that view, so that's fine. Like it's
I'm
not
also
weird.
thinking like, what does he mean by like you carry the financial burden? Because she's right. He's had all of this time to save up. It's like you should almost like talking to him, like he should almost just be planning to like pull from savings or something like that. And then it's like, if you've had all of this time to collect money and save money by being at home, like do you want to just like contribute what you've already earned and not work? Because like that would be an option.
Because he was living with his parents, maybe he like wasn't making as much because he knew he didn't have to like build up a savings, you know, or
That's
maybe
fair.
he was buying stuff that was just for fun because he didn't have all these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not crazy for wanting him to contribute, and like I don't know how, like, obviously that we always say like communicate, but you've communicated that to him. I would almost just have like another conversation of like, okay, actually like this does like bother me, like let's figure out a solution.
Yeah, and yeah, it's hard though too, because I will say like there's definitely gonna be different seasons of life where like where like one of the people is, you know, providing more than the other.
Yeah.
And this might just be a season like that, but you want to make sure that it's not how he expects things to be forever. You know?
That's
like,
true.
He might just be like, oh, like, yeah, I just thought while we were traveling, I don't want to like tie myself down to a job since we're not going to be near home, but once we get back, like then I'll, you know, do it. So it might just be a season to him, just like talking that out.
Yeah. I was going to say, if he's not, in my opinion, and if this were Cole and I'd be like, okay, like if you're not going to work, like are you like comfortable keeping it, like I don't know if I guess you're staying at Airbnbs or something, but like, okay, can you be in charge of like managing the house and like keep making sure our space is clean and like grocery shopping, like I would just be checking in to make sure it won't be video games like 24/7.
Do you think that whoever is not working, so in a couple, a guy and a girl, if one person is working, one person is staying home, do you think the person that is staying home should have to do everything in the house?
I don't think so. I don't think that they should do everything. I feel like there should be like some contribution, because I don't know, like I feel like people really look at like stay-at-home moms and they're like, what, you're just staying home all day? And like you're just hanging out with the baby. And it's like it like, do you think once the baby goes down for a nap that I want to go do the dishes? No. Like I don't know, I feel like maybe like that's a good like guideline for people, but it shouldn't be like a hard and fast rule of like I am like that the kitchen is going to overflow with dishes until you do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that all of that to say there should be some leeway, but majority of, I guess, your responsibility for the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
It's a small one in between.
Oh, okay. How do you handle combining finances when there's a large financial difference? I recently started making above 6 figures and my husband currently makes $60K a year. Well,
it's a similar scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're both the same way, so I don't know how much of a difference of opinion we'll have on this, but like we
just combine
the minute Cole and I combined finances when we were engaged.
Yeah, no, we did too.
Because we were just like, oh, like we're paying for a bunch of stuff for the wedding. Like it would be so annoying to, I guess, that's traditional, right? Like that it's all one. I feel like it's more recently that people are separate.
I don't know. My parents are separate.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting. My parents were together.
I think Tanner's parents are separate too. I mean, we both just combined our finances, and I never have ever thought about
my
it
money
again.
was mine.
Yes, I've never thought about it again. If you are feeling that way, I would honestly just like challenge you to just kind of like think about how you view marriage, because if you really do believe that you're like one flesh and that you guys are, you know, one,
yeah,
you know, maybe I don't know, I don't want to be harsh, but it's just like I feel like it shouldn't bother you as much as maybe it is.
Yeah, I feel bad, giving...
Unless your husband is like, I'm buying a Mercedes, and you're like, okay, like, but I'm like...
I also want to know, like, how it is divided up. Like, do you guys, like, does one person pay rent and the other person pays a car? Like, or is it really, like, I'll pay rent and then, like, I'll Venmo you my half? Like,
I don't even know. Maybe theirs are combined and she's just still saying like, oh, wait, no. She said, how do you handle combining finances when there's a large financial difference? I just would combine them and talk about it. Like, I feel like Tanner and I, there's no like intense rule, but I would say like if we're gonna buy something like over $100, maybe we would ask each other about it. Like, hey, is this fine? Unless it's groceries or, you know, whatever.
That's kind of how like I feel too. Like I feel like there have been more things recently that like since Cole and I make the same amount at church, and then
you guys actually make the exact same amount.
Well, it's actually so funny. So we say like, because we're both hourly, so we have like an hourly rate, and he like makes $1 less than I do. And I'm just like, the wage gap got nothing on me. So it's just always been like a funny joke. But like I shoot weddings and like I am gone, but then he also like will shoot weddings with me and stuff. And so they're like, when I get paid a deposit for a wedding, I'm like, this is our money. Like I worked for like, us to have this. Like
same. I feel the same way. Like if we're booking just a photo wedding, just a video wedding, or photo and video, I'm not like, well, this one was photo, so I'm like using this for what I want.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel very harsh saying this, but and maybe I'm so sorry. This doesn't feel like it's very helpful, but like it's just never been a thought in my mind. Like I just feel like
that's why I said like maybe just, you know, think through like your true view on marriage. Like, do you really view that everything that you guys have is yours together as a family, you know?
Yeah. Because I feel this might be a hot take. Don't cancel me over this, but I feel like if you don't want to combine finances, you're almost waiting for like the shoe to drop. Like you're just like, well, it'll be so much easier. Like then, oh, sorry. Like, but like if we get divorced, like,
or if you just have like a very like if you take a lot of pride in your job and how much you are earning, and so you're kind of like holding on to that, or you don't trust your husband's spending habits. That's
true.
Which is another
which
thing.
Which is a thing for like a lot of like marriages.
Yes.
I love you, whoever this is, and we do not judge you at all. Like this is very like standard in like our society these days. Yes, I feel like we very much are abnormal, and like this is a hot take. So if anybody else had advice on this, hopefully that was helpful. But
yes, sorry if we were harsh.
Yeah. Wait, it's me. Oh wait, no, is it?
No, it's you did that one.
Oh, okay.
You're like,
give me back, please. They want to hear my voice, Jenna. Go on.
Okay, sorry. Relationship advice for a friend that has way too high of expectations for who to date. Men she wants aren't in her level. Like she thinks her husband needs to be a supermodel and super athletic. How do I bring her down to her level without insulting her? Oh, I know somebody like this.
Okay, wait. Actually, my friend Sarah gave me the best advice when I was single. She was like, I feel like, I don't remember the words that she actually said, but she was like she was kind of harsh. She wasn't saying it directly to me, but we were like talking about like people in general. And she was like, why would you think that you would be able to get a supermodel if you like weren't also pursuing that kind of lifestyle? And so it's just like, if you're like, whatever you're putting out will also be received. Hopefully that makes sense. But she was just like, if you're sitting on the couch, like eating, I love potato chips, but like eating potato chips every day,
those chips.
Like not like working out or like taking care of yourself. Why do you think that like somebody like that's gonna be attracted to you?
Yeah, not even physically, but like just emotionally, like the same interests.
Yeah. We sound so harsh today, I feel like, or at least me personally.
I feel the same way, but I mean, they asked. It's hard though because it's not this person, it's the person's friend. She's like, how do I tell her
that's true
that she can't get these guys?
Also, like, is she turning down like good guys, but she's like, you don't look like Ryan Reynolds or something like that, like,
yeah,
because that would be annoying if like she was like coming across like really good guys and she's like, yeah, but like he doesn't look like how I want him to look.
Yeah, I feel like the best scenario is wait until she says something like that. Like, oh, this guy's from a number, but like he wasn't hot enough or whatever. And then you could say something like, you know, it's more about this. Like,
yeah. Like, don't you care more about what's in their heart?
Yeah. Or just like give them a chance, you know? Like,
hot people fall in love with ugly people all the time.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I will actually say this. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Oh, I probably shouldn't say this. Oh, it's fine.
We can cut it out if you decide not to say it.
No, it's fine. I, in my past, have been attracted to guys who are not conventionally
who are lesser
attractive
than you
because of personality.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually like
them.
Yeah. Like a lot. And so that's a real thing. Like,
yeah.
You can love someone's personality.
Absolutely. We both just got lucky that we fell in love with their personality and they just happened to be hot. So
well, Tanner was not hot when I met him.
That's true.
And
you played the long game.
Yes.
All right, quick Monty break. Everybody, welcome Monty to the podcast. Oh, she's naked too. Hello, girl. She's gonna join us because she just woke up from her nap.
So, how can we work this in with the friend? Hey, maybe these guys are out of your league.
Yeah.
That's a really hard thing.
It's so harsh. What would you do if I said that to you? Like while you were dating? Like, did you ever have to say that to one of your friends?
No.
You're like, all my friends are hot. And so
all my friends actually are hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I feel like you truly have to wait until she brings something up and then you can kind of like work it in. You definitely can't be like, hey, we need to talk.
Oh yeah, no, definitely don't do that. But kind of the same thing too. Like if she is going out on dates with people and like you're meeting people and she's like, yeah, but he doesn't look like this, then just be like, why do they have to look like that? Like, why do you have this very like hard to reach standard in your mind?
Yeah, and literally just asking. Because she might say, well, I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid when we get old that I won't like him anymore or something. And it's just like, then that opens the door to the conversation. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Okay. There's your nextie.
Nextie. Okay. Oh, jeez. My husband is a porn addict and I'm a stay-at-home mom. And this has been the most difficult thing that I ever imagined going through. I'm so sorry.
No, that is so sad. That literally makes me want to cry.
Jenna's first tears on the podcast.
I'm so sorry. That's really, really hard.
Yeah. It was more of like a confession than it was like advice because I'm like, I'm sure you're doing things to help the situation.
I feel like it just like hits even harder that like she's a mom.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like as moms, like you can just feel like I feel like sometimes you can like lose your identity in it and just be like, well, I'm just a mom. And sometimes, especially too, like whenever it comes to sex and stuff, like you can feel not super sexy anymore and and you don't have the time all the time to be as sexy as you used to be. So I'm sure it's like very hard for you to you probably feel like in a way. I feel like anyone whose partner is a porn addict or watching porn or anything like that you blame yourself in a way.
Yeah.
Like
that
I'm not doing
lack
enough.
something.
Yes.
And so they had to turn to porn.
Yes. But just that is so not true.
Yeah.
At all. You did nothing wrong. Unfortunately, porn is...
I was going to say the exact same thing.
So prevalent right now.
And so common. Like, again, unfortunately, like, you are not alone in this. And
at all. And sadly, a lot of it's in the dark. So you probably do feel alone. But you are not. No. Trust me.
I mean, our advice, I feel like if you do have faith that, like, I would just get with like an older couple, and like even if you don't have faith on it, like even if you're not like a Christian or like practicing anything, like I would just get with an older couple or go to therapy. Yeah. And like talk it out and everything.
They might be doing that already.
Exactly. We love you. And yeah, like we said, you are not alone in this at all. And
very common.
Very common.
Yeah, it's really, really sad and hard how much porn has grasped onto men these days and boys, unfortunately.
I was going to say, unfortunately, it's probably been something that he's struggled with like all of his life.
Yes. So it's definitely a hard thing to break. And from the conversations that I've had around porn with different men in my life, I really like have come to understand that it truly has nothing to do with the partner that they're with. Mm-hmm. It's nothing that the partner is lacking, and it's nothing that the partner could do wrong. People who are addicted to porn, like, it's literally like a drug.
Yeah.
It is a drug. It has nothing to do with how much you had sex, how sexy you are. Like, it's literally about variety.
Yep.
For them. And they just, yeah. But no shame to you.
And we love you.
Yes. I hope things improve soon. Oh, these are making me sad.
Oh, no.
Okay. I struggle with physical intimacy, and this has become a point of contention within my marriage. We were intimate before we were married, and then took our faith more seriously and stopped for about a year prior to getting married. We were unable to go on a honeymoon and instead spent the week after our wedding with family in the same house. I tried initiating things multiple times in the days after our wedding, but it was not reciprocated. Not sure if this was because we couldn't be intimate for so long and then we finally could, or if it was because there's family around. Months later, we are still having trouble. However, he now initiates and I am completely not in the mood. Any advice would be amazing. I want to be intimate with my husband, but my body is not on the same page. I love him so much, and I want to experience my marriage to the fullest. Okay, I had this exact thing happen to us after we waited until marriage. So we did have intimacy before, and then we stopped for about 2 years before we got married. And I felt the same way whenever we got married. Like, you're fighting so hard to not have those feelings for so long.
You're like, you're not sexy. You're not sexy. You're not sexy.
Then all of a sudden it's like,
you're sexy.
Yes. One day you're just supposed to be like, here we go.
I can rip your clothes off. Truly, that is, like, I feel like that's what people, like, get at with purity culture of, like, it's toxic. And it can be. Yeah. But genuinely, like we said in past episodes, waiting is, like, the best
thing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But there is some baggage that comes along with it. Absolutely. And that is one thing that you've told yourself, like, I can't do this till marriage. I can't do this till marriage. And then now one day magically you're able to.
Yes. So first to say, I think that's very normal that you guys were like, oh, now we can do this. Like, it's definitely a weird feeling, and something that will fade with time. But
one thing I will say, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I feel like I've mentioned this before, but, like, I love, like, hormone health, and I find it, like, very interesting. And so I don't know, like, when you're saying, like, now he tries to initiate and you're not interested, just know, like, there are 4 phases of your cycle, and just, like, know where you're at in your cycle. Because let me tell you, since I have known that, like, literally the week before my period, I don't want to, like, look at Cole. I'm just like, no, like, please. You feel gross, and that's, like, that your hormones are dropping, a lot of stuff is happening, and then on your period, yeah, you're like, get away from me, please. But the 2 weeks, like, after your period, you're ovulating and your hormones are, like, on the rise. And to be completely frank, that's been me this week, and I literally am like, you want to have sex now? Like, literally all the time. And so just know where you're at, and maybe you can try to time stuff better, because I'm very open with my cycle with Cole, and I'm just like, I'm in my luteal phase right now. I'm just, like, really not interested.
I'm lutealing.
I'm lutealing, but when I'm ovulating, I'll be ready to go. Like, yeah. So maybe that will help, like, give you more insight that, like, you are not the problem, but it's genuinely the hormones that you're experiencing.
Yeah, and also I'm sure that him rejecting you in the beginning of the marriage has also played into, like, now he's initiating, you're not in the mood. I wish that I had more information about, like, you guys having, like, if you've had a lot of conversations about it.
Say you guys having sex.
I wish I had more information about
how would it work for you? What did you like?
I wish I had more information about the conversations that you're having around this, because I feel like you guys just need to start over.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like,
and also going back to what I was saying in the last relationship thing, just plan it. Like, just literally be like, we're doing it this night. And also, like,
get yourself in a cute outfit.
Yes.
Make it a thing.
You saying, like, he's initiating, but I'm not in the mood. Maybe there's something else you could do to get in the mood. Like, talk to him about foreplay. Like, talk to him about other stuff that maybe you guys could do. Maybe you get a hotel room.
I was literally, after you finished, was going to say that if you're still living with family, get a hotel room.
Well, they were never living with family.
But family was around?
I think that, like, basically their honeymoon, they were, like, staying in a house with their family, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's really when all of, like, the sex having really starts. Like, it's a formative time.
Yes. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Do like a honeymoon reset and just be like, let's go spend a weekend at a hotel and we're going to act like we're on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I can't say it on the podcast, but...
You got some stories?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I knew that we would talk about sex at one point on here, but I feel like we are just very comfortable talking about sex.
Okay, I also want to commend you because I feel like you used to feel so awkward talking about it before you were married. You were like, I would be like, so how's going? You're like, don't. But now I feel like you're just completely normal, open with it now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, I'm trying, like I said in a couple episodes ago, I'm trying to embrace, like, how my mom was. Like, we don't have kids yet, but she was so comfortable talking about sex with us. So I'm like, might as well prepare now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Also, like, it's fine. We're married. Like, everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Everybody that you fucking.
Now we have to put explicit on the episode.
Sorry. I'm like, does anybody really listen with their kids in the car? Maybe.
I do.
Amy, shut Rayma's ears.
Truly. Rayma's like, I heard that. All of that to say, I'm sorry that you're going through this. Everyone goes through lulls and things in their sex life, for sure. Like, I've been married for 5 years at this point. Like, there's been many lulls and many...
I'm so sorry. Monty is pointing her toes up. It is the funniest thing when she does this, when she gets excited or happy. Her legs literally just go full extend. And it's so funny.
She can bounce herself now.
Okay, sorry.
There's been many lulls and many pickups.
Many peaks, many valleys.
Peaks. Yes. And... just because, like, this is, like, the start of your marriage does not mean, like, this is setting the tone for everything and, like, it's going to be so bad forever and everything like that.
Also, this might be a hot take, but I heard this on another podcast, too.
I was going to say that, too.
Try to rally. Like, you really just – sometimes you might not be in the mood, but who knows? Like – you
could get there.
I would challenge you to just rally one time when you're not feeling it and see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's been many times where, like, Tanner will initiate something and I'm not in the mood to begin with. And I'm like, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And by the end,
you're like, great. That was wonderful.
I'm like, I'm so glad that I wasn't like, not right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, try to find some ways to make it fun. That doesn't mean like you have to do anything crazy, but maybe wear some cute outfits. Maybe take a little bath together.
Okay, wait. I have to tell this story. I feel like...
Are you going to tell the poop story? The pooper?
Yes.
Okay.
Shitter. Yeah. Just a fun little story break. When Cole and I were on our honeymoon, we were in... This is not important, but we were in Greece. And we were like in this like really nice like resort. And I had got some outfits, and so I was like, I was like very sly, and there was like 2 different bathrooms. Like we got like upgraded to like this room like from the resort, and so I like slipped like the outfit into like my shirt or whatever, and then like went to the further bathroom. And as I was in the bathroom, Cole yells to me, "You pooping?" And I was like, "Yeah," like because I just wanted to throw him off.
A while.
Yeah, and when I came out of the bathroom, I cannot believe I'm telling this story. When I came out of the bathroom in my little sexy outfit, Cole is recording on his phone and pointing at me, yelling, "Shitter, shitter." It's so funny. And there's video of it.
And she sent it to me immediately.
I was crying. It was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, he literally is holding up the phone and he goes, shit, oh. And we both cried, like laughing for the next like 20 minutes. It was so funny.
You want to know something that I experienced on my honeymoon? I got so much cute lingerie, okay? Mm-hmm. I was so confused about how to reveal it. Did you feel that way?
Yes. I literally, like, you can see me in the video. I literally was like walking out, like tossing my hair a little bit because I was just like, here I am.
Yeah. Like, I remember on our honeymoon, well, on our like first ever like night, it was perfect because he showered after me. And so I was just like in it. But like on our honeymoon after that, I was like in the bathroom, like putting it on. And I'm like, what do I do when I walk out?
Is it like a long arm up against the
door? What do I do? I was so
so
confused. I'm like, what do I say?
Yeah.
What's my face doing? It was so like weird for me because I was just like, I don't know.
All right. Anyways.
It's this one.
Okay. Oh, wait. I think it. Okay, wait.
We just said that one.
Yeah.
Now you read that.
Okay. It just felt like it was a continuation almost. Anyway, we're working opposite schedules and barely see each other. Making time for each other feels impossible. He's asleep in the morning when I'm ready. Wait, he's asleep when I leave in the morning, and I'm ready for bed when he gets home. When we're together, it seems like we have a million things to do, and we can't really enjoy each other. I know this isn't for now, but it'll eventually get better, but I'm not loving it. So I don't. Is that attached to the other one?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So sorry.
It's like her own. It's like a different person is her full submission. She's like, answer me.
Why no? She's like, I have sex all the time.
Okay, I'm just gonna act like this is a different.
I agree.
Person, and they're asking about the opposite schedules because that sucks.
Yeah,
I have not really experienced this. Have you?
Nope.
That's all.
Okay, now you have your advice. Thanks for submitting. Barely see each other, make time for each other feels impossible. I mean, I guess my advice for this would just be rally.
Make time.
I would say, like, depending on like what time like he's getting home, I would be like, can like you just have like, I don't know, I would just start like sprinkling little special things in. Like if you're getting up in the morning when he's still sleeping, like even though like, yeah, you are just crossing paths, I'm like, can you
write a little note?
Write a note, make his lunch for him.
What about like upping your communication throughout the day, texting? That would be
I always go back to it, that sexy Snapchat. I don't know if you're asking for like sexy submissions or like sexy things, but
it's so funny. We were listening to last week's episode in the car, me and Tanner were, and he just goes, Ashley loves that sexy Snapchat idea.
I'm like, no, like you should really do it. I'm the one submitted it.
Do it. That's what I literally said. I was like, Ashley submitted that.
Oh, no, it wasn't me. But I just think it's a great idea. Huh?
Did you make one since then?
No. We both don't have Snapchat.
Yeah, me either. Here's a question for you. How often do you send a sexy pic?
Well, that's the thing. I never really send them because we're always together. So I just will usually take his phone. Oh, the other day, I was terrified. He was like, so cool. It's like wanting to like redo a bunch of stuff in the backyard and make our backyard like summer ready and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was showing, actually, it might have been showing Tanner or Joe and Shayla. I don't remember what scenario it was. And he was power washing the side of our house and he's trying to take the paint off, but he had a bunch of photos of like how like the power washer did. And he was just swiping. And I was like, oh, no. And so then I was like, let me see that again. Let me see like how the power washer did. And like scrolled through and he was like, I deleted it. And I was like, oh, thank God. But it's a risky game out there.
It's really risky. Tanner's very like private. You know this. He's very private about that stuff. But he made a lockbox on his phone.
Oh, how do you do that?
It's an app.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm gonna crack that code.
I wonder what the code is. I wonder what's in there. I should look. Okay. Ooh, this one's for me. Jenna, Since having Monty, do you find yourself desiring more relationships with other moms? If yes, have you had success in finding those relationships?
She's like, no, stay away.
Yes, I love other moms. Okay, so I really, really look to older moms who I've seen how their children have turned out for true advice. So like my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, there's a few moms of like adult children's or high schoolers that I know who I'm like, I trust you to tell me
how to raise a child.
Big things about how to raise a child. When it comes to like small stuff like, oh, like she's not sleeping well. Oh, like that's really honestly the only issue that she's had. But like, oh, when should I start doing this with her?
Yeah. Like the milestone stuff.
The milestone stuff. Yes. I've been very lucky that a lot of my really close friends have kids close in age to me.
Yeah, you really did get lucky. There was a lot of friends that like you guys were all pregnant, like very close together.
Yeah. So my best friend Nika, she has maybe 2 months older than me, and we talk constantly. So that's really nice. And then
have Amy, you sought out relationships, or is it just
I feel like I've gotten closer with certain like Amy for sure. Like we were friends before, but now that Monty's here, like we talk all the time just about that. And I also feel like people who maybe I wasn't really even, I don't want to say not on good terms with, but like we didn't
fringe
people, or like I just felt maybe we wouldn't get along. Now that we both have kids, we'll keep in touch and just talk to each other. I really feel like becoming a mom has made me so much more forgiving and just like such a better person in general. Like I just like love other moms. Like I'm just like, I see how hard you're working. I see how much you love your baby. And but yes, I have had success in finding those relationships. Literally, I've said to many people on Instagram, let's be friends.
There you go. I feel like that's a lot of people's like pathway. Like it almost feels like you can't, like, I don't know. I feel like some people are like, oh, we're just like Instagram friends, but it's like, we can be real life friends.
They're also like I had minis the other day, and there was a girl who came who was a single mom, and she came for her daughter's first birthday photos. Oh. They took pictures together, and she's like, yeah, like I'm a single mom. I was like, do you live here? And she's like, yeah. I was like, let's be friends.
Yeah, let's go to coffee.
And she's like, oh my God, really? And I'm like, yes.
Aww.
So I feel like literally just being like, let's be friends.
Yeah. Just like if there are people on Instagram that you've been like observing and like, oh, like we look like we align on this, or like, oh, I'm interested in this, then yeah, just ask them.
Perfect to just be like, let's get the kids together.
Yeah.
And then
one thing I have learned from like observing friends with children, my friend Katie has said that it's like if she has like somebody else's kids over and like they're all hanging out at her house, I'm like, oh, that's a full house. And she was like, it's so much easier though because they just entertain each other.
Yes.
And she's like, it's not harder work in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
All right.
There's one more after this.
Okay.
So
advice for prioritizing time together as a couple. It feels like life can get so busy with things that are important too, but I want to be more intentional about us time without distractions outside of date nights or big things. One thing which like, I don't know what your definition, I guess, of like us time, but Cole and I feel like you're the same way, look forward to getting in bed and watching our show together like that.
And we do the same, but we have our cereal.
Oh, that actually, like, I remember you've said that before, then you posted about it. That I think is the cutest thing ever. Like, you put Monty down and you're just like, we're going to have cereal. It used to be popsicles. Like, we all would have popsicles together.
I forgot about the popsicles.
Yeah. So I feel like, it doesn't have to, like you said, it doesn't have to be like big date nights. But for us, it is getting in bed and watching our show. I make us like special nighttime drinks. And it's just like, yay, we're watching Modern Family now.
Oh, Modern Family. Honestly, we've been having this conversation a lot lately. We just don't think that like big date nights are really our thing.
You guys are together all the time.
Yes.
And we're the same way.
And we have a problem where like whenever there's like the pressure of it being like a date night, we like act weird. Like I'm not kidding. We're like, yeah, like we don't know what to talk about. And so
that's so fair. Why does it feel like if we're going out to dinner,
it feels weird?
If we had gone to the drive-thru at McDonald's, we'd be like, so
you'd be like, yeah, and then this and this and this. But then whenever
you're sitting down at dinner,
so
how was your day?
That's literally what we do. I'm not kidding. So we've just been saying that like our ideal like date is like doing something outside, getting food casually, and not like these like fancy things that you feel like it has to be. So maybe incorporating the like more casual dates or just like quicker dates, like a little coffee before work.
Yeah.
And it's not just like this pressure, because that is something that has really helped us to verbalize too, because I feel like for the longest time we're like, what's wrong with us? Like, why are we not connecting?
And you both feel like the other person likes this, so like I'm not gonna say anything. And then 5 years into marriage, you're like, wait, we actually don't like this.
Neither of us like it. And I will say, like, there's a time and place for a fancy date night.
Yeah.
Like
you guys went on a date to Gaijin like right before you had Monty.
Yes. And we love the food, so we're like, oh my God, this food is so good.
Yeah.
But I'm not just gonna go to like a fancy place and just like sip on wine and just like look at each other.
That's not your vibe. That's not your vibe.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe reevaluate what spending time together looks like, and it doesn't have to look the way that it looks
for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people love the like once a month fancy date. But yeah, like I feel like we're similar where like my ideal date is us like cooking at home.
Yes.
And then like he really like he's been also trying to make the basement like a cozy vibe too. And so he's like, don't you want to come sit downstairs and like we can watch Modern Family, but I'll paint? And it's like, yeah, like sure. Yeah. And so it's like stuff like that. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful.
Last one. I was 100% over someone, but for some reason this time when they came back for spring break, 'tis the damn season. That song is it. Okay. Feelings started to creep back in, and now I'm mad. We are just friends, but he is super charismatic and flirty, and I end up confused and sometimes even hurt because I feel let on. I don't want to have feelings for this guy. What should I do?
Never speak to him again. No, I'm kidding.
Do you know who the guy is in this scenario?
Yeah.
Okay, I have no idea. Here's the thing. This is such a Christian thing to say. A good leader never causes confusion. So if he is making you confused, he is not who you want.
Yes, I agree. And Heather told me this like a while ago. I feel like I might have mentioned this on the podcast. Ignore Buddy. But if you feel like you have to analyze, like this guy could either be your husband or he could be a really like the best friend that you've ever had. And you just need to decide what category he falls into. And I don't know.
But what
do you
if
feel
can't stop the feelings?
I don't know.
Can't stop the feeling that you when you dance, dance, dance,
dance,
dance,
dance,
dance, dance, dance, dance, dance. Personally, I feel like not great intentions from the guy if he's like flirting with you but not wanting to date you.
Wait. I have the solution. Find something. Find something that icks you out about him. It'll be game over. Game over.
Absolutely.
And just like then after that, I mean, honestly, like that quote is great too. That like you're like, oh, you're not a good leader. Disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, find something about him that is just like, I don't know. My icks for Cole are so funny because they're just like so superficial. But I'm like, find out that he points his toes and like then be like, oh my God, I'm literally not attracted to you anymore.
Or just have a conversation and be like, hey, why are you flirting with me? I feel like you're leading me on.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all. Come on. You're a bold girl. You can
do it.
You can set him straight.
But yeah.
All right. I feel like we were harsh.
I do feel like we were harsh. So if we offended anyone, so sorry.
Yeah. We love you all clearly very much. And we wouldn't be doing any of this without you.
Thank you for submitting. Seriously, you're deep. feelings.
No, yeah. Some of these were not lighthearted at all.
Yeah.
I think we were looking for, I don't even know what we were looking for. Like, he leaves like dishes out. What should I do?
Yeah, but no, I mean, thank you for sending those in because they're all very real situations that we've experienced.
Yeah.
And so anything that you're going through, it'll be all right. And you're not alone.
Here are the highlights. Go to therapy, get a sexy outfit, and book a hotel room. Talk to him about it. Yeah, very sexy forward podcast today, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Should we tell them about next week's guest? Okay, you can take it.
Okay, next week we are going to be interviewing our first guest.
Our first guest.
And it is my mother-in-law.
Carol Solich will be on the podcast.
She's the greatest woman ever. She's so amazing. And she is a mom of 5.
Our queen.
A Mimi to
many.
8, I think. And she's just so funny and really great person.
Yeah, I know. Jenna texted me and was like, what do you think about like having Carol on the podcast? I was like, that is the best episode idea you've ever had.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. She's nervous, I think.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so good. I can't wait.
I'm so happy. But yeah, so you'll have to tune in next week. Other than that, you know the drill. Leave us your favorite part of the episode today. Follow us on every platform. I'll put the link to well, this might go live before that, but I was going to say we're doing a Am I the Asshole segment.
Yes.
So we have a lot of links live right now for you to submit forms and stuff. So just head over to our Instagram, look at the link tree.
Yes, our Instagram is where everything happens. So if you want to submit things for future episodes, follow us on Instagram at Let's Debrief Pod.
Other than that, got anything else?
No. Tomorrow's Sandy's birthday.
Oh, Tanny's birthday. Yeah, I think you said Sandy. I was like, it's not my grandma's birthday tomorrow. We're going to bring Monty in to sign us off today, our little naked girl. And she's going to say, actually, I know exactly what she's going to say. Okay. She's going to say,
all over her.
She's going to say, follow this podcast so my mom can be a millionaire and stay home with me forever. And thank you for supporting my mom. And that's all we have for today.
Say something in the microphone, Monty.
She's reaching for it. Can I tickle you?
Bye.
Bye. Love you guys. See you next week.
I detached.